Because what made you attracted to me before? I did nothing wrong, and now you're not attracted to me. I mean, I agree. If such a scenario happens, which it happens so many times, I fell out of love with you. Now I want to move on because most likely you're going to do that to the next person also. You're going to like them in the beginning. They're still going to be good to you, and then you're going to fall out of love. Like, because of that, that's why there's so many divorces because there are no consequences for such people, and they keep doing the same thing.
Hold on, wait. I'm not letting you. I'm not letting you divorce that man.
Locking your
I'm
ass up.
locking your ass up if you walk
Bro,
away.
hold on, y'all. Because you said relationship. What about within a marriage?
But as
Say
adults,
you guys are married, then would you still take that same approach?
That's what they talking about in marriage. They're just talking about
Well, she just said relationship, so I just want to make sure.
saying relationship because they
we changing the
No,
word.
we talking about marriage.
Talking about
No,
marriage.
we were talking about not being
no.
in a marriage and being forced to be married.
No,
weren't
we
talking
said
about
if you make, hold on, wait, you got to follow the line of logic. We said if you make a baby, now if you go out there and you talk to somebody, you have a relationship with them, and y'all just don't work out, I don't give a fuck if y'all break up. But if y'all make a baby, we gonna tell y'all, you two motherfuckers are married. We gonna make y'all get married. Now, if you come in with that scenario that says, hey, I made the baby with this guy, and 5 years later, the baby's 6 years old, and you say, man, me and him really ain't really getting along like that. And I mean, you know, I'm just not really feeling him no more because
He gained weight.
He gained a little weight. I'm not feeling him. And you say, I want to leave. I'm gonna tell your ass, I'm daddy government, right? I'm gonna tell your
Locking your
Danielle,
ass up.
But
no.
that's not what
Hold
I'm
on.
literally.
I'm gonna tell you, Danielle, no, you cannot leave that man. And if you abandon him, I'm throwing your ass in jail.
How
Let
long?
me
How
ask you a
long?
question.
How long you gotta go to jail?
You're going to jail till that kid turn 18.
No.
I agree because that way, if there are consequences for people who break up families because they are not happy, they can go to jail. That will reduce so many people, both men and women, but mostly women because they like to leave men because they're not happy. They break up families, create single mother households because they're not happy. If there is a law that requires them to go to jail if they break up a family, you'll see divorces and breakups going down so quick. But because we have laws in place where people are allowed to file for divorce for whatever reason and then get child support and alimony, that's why divorces are so high, because there are no consequences, no bad consequences at least.
No, listen, you're gonna go to jail, and then when you get out, you're gonna go back to your husband.
Exactly.
Right back to that.
You got the same problem. You taking your ass to jail again.
Why wouldn't it be much similar to not jail anybody and let them not be married?
Y'all missing the
That's how we got here.
If that man ain't cheating on you, if he paying his bills, if he taking care of the household, he taking care of the kids, you ain't got no right to be trying to file no damn divorce.
Facts.
Y'all missing the important part.
Y'all have no. That's
now I see why you might be divorced.
Hey, gentlemen.
Yeah, they just divorced because they're not happy. They ask him, was he treating you well? Yeah. Was he paying the bills? Yes. Was he spending time with the kids? Yes. Why did you divorce him? I'm not happy. I don't love him anymore. So you're breaking up a family because of a feeling? Yeah, that's crazy.
Y'all missing the
I said Mike.
I'll tell you why I'm divorced off camera, but I'm just saying because he said to take. I'm just going off of what he said as far as perspective and having objective perspective. I'm going to that point. Me personally, I have a whole different worldview on marriage and the sanctity of marriage and how you should align your steps and order your steps.
Is it biblical?
Y'all missed the important parts, Darwin, Sweeney. Listen to what she said. She said, if I outgrow you.
Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah,
we heard that.
I know.
We heard that.
I don't care. That's the point. I don't care if you outgrow him, outsmart him, slip through the cracks, fall on your ass. I don't care what if it ain't those three things we just listed, and you come at me in the court of law talking about some bullshit like I outgrew him because I made a little more money than him, or
I didn't say money. I didn't say money.
That's why we told you to give the scenario and you failed. So now you leave.
I agree with the boys, man. If they put laws like that, hey, if you leave your man just because you're not happy and he was still a good man to you, you go to jail for 60 days. Yeah, trust me, the divorces will go down so badly. It's 50% divorces right now. It will go to around 5% in 1 month.
That's up to speculation.
Okay, so do y'all think growth is financial?
This is the train of thought of, I know y'all talking about this interesting new scenario. But this is the train of thought of women across the board. They're like, when I outgrow a man, they're looking at him like they're ready to discard him. But they're not realizing that most men they get with is already superior to her. That's why she wants him.
What that got to do with the person in China? What that got to do with what we was just talking about?
I don't know what Kevin Samuels be doing.
No, y'all gotta understand what Will is trying to make the case that majority of women have this mindset coming into it, and that's the reason why men don't even want to get married in the first place. But he's not saying that this solution will actually expose whether that can be confirmed, because then you'll see a high rate of married women in and out of the fucking prison system.
Yep.
Facts. But also, if she left one man because she outgrew him, that means if you're the next guy in line, that's why you need to really find out why. I mean, she's probably would never tell you as the new husband, hey, I divorced my ex-husband because I outgrew him. Because then the next guy would be like, oh, that means the chances you're gonna outgrow me. You're gonna stop loving me. But if most men knew the real reason a woman left the ex-husband, they wouldn't dare to marry that woman, because that means they're next in line to be divorced.
We're sending y'all ass to jail.
And the fact that you don't want to turn the table, you got an opportunity as men, if in fact that what you're saying is true, and women are fucking changing up during marriage, you will see it in the numbers. And instead of you going to fucking jail and getting alimony, all this other shit, you'll see all of the women going to fucking jail, and you get what you want. So if any man look at this, after all of the fucking conversations we had and all the Red Bull pills we swallowed and shot out our ass in the toilet, if y'all deny this, y'all goddamn stupid.
Y'all don't. That's because they don't want to get married either. They don't want the shit either. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Here's the reality. Here's the reality for most of y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Here's the reality for most of y'all. All of y'all, sex is the forethought. Getting your jollies off is the forethought. Marriage, relationships, how the children gonna come out, all that shit is an afterthought. So y'all all put the cart before the horse and then sit here and say, how the fuck did we wind up here? And then y'all trying to ask us for the policies and prescriptions on how to deal with y'all fucked up situation. Here's the thing.
And she's laughing.
I'm saying, look, I'm not even gonna sit here and say that this shit's gonna happen overnight. It is what it is. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all are cooked. I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all.
Yeah, because men are checking out of marriage. Because men are like, oh, you mean to tell me you left your husband who was paying all the bills and you left him because you don't love him anymore? Oh, nah. I'm not taking that deal. You mean to tell me your man was taller than me? He was the perfect man at some point. Now he's not the good man that you thought was the Prince Charming, and now I'm supposed to come be the next man? No. So guys are checking out of marriage. And dating for that matter. But what do you guys think about that? Would changing laws help bring marriage up and divorces down? Shout out to Lapif, link down below. Till next time, peace.